Yes, good morning, Takayama. We are now in Takayama City, guys. So, syempre, ang number one na kalaban ng traveling is yung pagod, especially if we are younger. Char. So anyway, guys, don't forget to have your breakfast or your meal or your food every time kasi syempre kung ang gasolina kung ang sasakyan kailangan ng gasolina, syempre tao pa kaya. So kailangan natin ng energy sa ating katawan to go on with our day, especially when you're on travel. So Japan, so kailangan mayroong bayang dalang or extra na dala na onigiri. Onigiri, so yung onigiri is yung nakikita niyo sa kamay ko, which is a kind of a rice na mayroong something dyan with all the shape thingies. So that's an onigiri. And then of course guys, sa lahat ng ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters, be careful pag kumakain kayo ng mga onigiri kasi not all onigiri are Muslim friendly. So kailangan din talaga mag-observe yung ating mga ingredients sa onigiri. Yes guys, so be careful and very watchful din tayo sa ating mga kinakain guys. So yes, good morning Takayama. So it's a bit snowy or there's a snowflakes. So I've been here in Japan for a few days, so nakaka-experience na ako ng mga snowflakes thingy, pero kahit paano, kahit nakikita ko yan, parang first time pa din, diba? Ang lola ninyo. So syempre, tapos na kaming magbihis and everything, pack na din yung mga bagahe namin kasi in the afternoon, sasakay kami ng train going to Nagoya. So I-explain ko lang later about why mag-stop over kami sa Nagoya. So ngayon, guys, so bababa na kami dito sa aming tinutuluyan or sa aming room. So ngayon yung mga baggage namin, syempre, kailangan muna namin yan iwan sa counter ng Country Hotel Takayama para naman maging comfy tayo sa paglalakad at pag-room around dito sa Takayama City. Kasi medyo mahaba-haba pa yung oras na hintay namin para sa aming afternoon train. So, pinabutihan namin ni Ate Olsie na tingnan yung mga tour spot here in Takayama City para naman masulit natin yung oras natin dito sa lugar na to. So before I forgot guys, yung Country Hotel Takayama na tinutuluyan namin is a few walks away papunta sa train station kung saan nandun yung aming nakaschedule na afternoon train going to Nagoya. Kaya minabuti na namin iwan muna sa hotel kasi pabalikan namin doon and right after that mag-walk lang kami going sa train station. So, as of this moment, guys, kailangan namin ng bus, para mag-room around and as well as pumunta sa Hida village. So, Takayama is a picturesque city in the mountainous Gifu Prefecture of Japan, renowned for its well-preserved historical district and traditional Japanese culture. It offers a unique blend of nature, history, and cultural experiences, making it popular destination for tourists. And then, eto mga lola ninyo, feeling VIP kasi walang katao-tao sa bus na yan. So, somehow, napaaga ata kami ni Ate Olsie going there, which is the early, the better, diba? Kasi at least, may experience mo in a full blast yung places. Tapos, konti lang yung tao na, syempre, konti lang yung crowd. So, much better kasi, makikita mo yung place in a moments, diba? Yung typical na pa-chill lang, diba, bongga. So, the historical significance ng Takayama is number one is Sanmachi Suji. The Old Town area features Edo-period from 1603 to 1868 with wooden houses, many of which are now shops, restaurants, shade, breweries, and museums. And the next here is the Takayama Genya, a historic government building from the Edo period, now a museum showcasing administrative practices and artifacts. So as of now, wala pa tayo sa Sanmachi tsaka sa Takayama. We are now going to Hida Folk Village muna and then mag-tour around tayo dito sa place for the meantime. So, where is this Hida Folk Village? It is located in Kamo Tamachi, Takayama. And then Hida Folk Village, or should we say Hida no Sato is an open-air museum of close to 30 old farmhouses illustrating the traditional architecture styles of the mountainous regions of Japan. Of particular interest are thatched and shingled roofs such as the Gashu-zukuri-styled buildings. So yes, there is a Gashu-zukuri-styled here in Hida Folk Village, which is same sa Shirakawa-go. But the vibes here is very totally different from this place to Shirakawa-go. So upon arrival here at the Hida Folk Village, makikita natin, tahimik na tahimik guys kasi syempre nauna ang mga lola ninyo sa pag-arrive ng place. And then, it so happened lang, I'm not sure why, walang masyadong katao-tao dito. Most likely, baka it's not yet the time para sa pagkalagaw ng mga foreigners mga foreigners and mga locals. So, ayan ang ating snowman na hinihintay tayo sa loob, diba? So, most likely siguro, since hindi siya weekends, kasi weekdays nung pumunta kami dito. So, yun, ang kagandahan talaga pag nauna ka sa place or di naman kaya wala masyadong ka-tourist. So, it's so nice kasi talagang pwede kang mag-enjoy yung scenery. Wala mo magbandali kasi merong susunod na mga tourists or something, ganito, ganyan. So, talagang pag maaga ka, pag ganitong mga scenario, talagang ma-enjoy mo in a full blast yung scenery. So, pwede ka mag-take ng picture, mag-moment, katulad ng ginagawa namin ni Ate Elsie. For the meantime, mag-separate muna kami ni Ate Elsie sa lugar na yan, in the sense walang katao-tao. So, we can do our thing, we can do what we want, we can see the places. Of course, meron din kaming rendezvous point ni Ate Elsie, but natapos na kami. So, usually naman, kahit walang rendezvous point, nagkikita talaga kami ni Ate Elsie kasi konti lang naman yung place. Kumbaga, maliit lang naman yung place. Hindi siya gaano kalaki na pwede kang mawala dyan sa lugar ng Hida Folk Village. What are the key features of this place? So let's go to traditional houses. So the village features over 30 Gashu-zukuri farmhouses and other traditional buildings, so many of which are more than 200 years old. So the Gashu-zukuri means praying hands in Japanese, which is we mentioned before, referring to the steeply sloped thatch roofs that resembles a hands in prayer. So these roofs are designed to withstand the heavy snow in winter. So kaya pala, ganyan yung kaninang mga roof sa mga Gashu-zukuri farmhouses. And then the second key feature here in the Hida village or Hida Folk Village is the authentic display. So inside the buildings, visitors can see traditional tools, which is makikita ni dyan maya-maya, and then furniture and household items used by farmer and artisans. So the seasonal exhibits and activities provide insight into rural life in Japanese or Japan's past. So yes, we can see that mamaya-maya kasi papasok tayo sa isang house dito sa Hida Folk Village, which is they called Gashu-zukuri farmhouses. And then of course, the third key features of this place is when it comes to cultural activities. You can traditionally crafts like making straw or bamboo items, painting wooden carvings, or trying your hand at weaving. As of this moment, aking na-try na cultural activities is yung mga palaro ng mga Japanese before, especially yung mga kiddos. So, I usually see this in the anime and other Japanese drama and achuchucho. They playing this. And then, of course, medyo mahirap siya kasi kailangan mo talaga siya i-shoot ang bola doon sa where's dyan sa budin na yan. So, medyo napaurong lola niyo, tingin-tingin din sa mga ibang play and stuff to see ang kanilang mga other activities or play games dito sa rural area ng Japan. Diba, bongga? So, during the regular events and demonstrations such as muchi pounding and roof thatching are held to showcase traditional techniques. for yung na-mention ko namang activities is hindi siya available sa mga oras na yan. I guess there are scheduled para doon siguro if I'm not mistaken. And the fourth key feature ng place na to is the scenic setting. So the village is nestled in a peaceful area surrounded by forests and mountains with a central pond adding to the charm. So nakita niyo yung pinaka-center niya, it's a pond which is talaga naman nakaka-add ng kanyang beauty or ang charm. O diba, bongga? It is particularly beautiful during the changing seasons. Blossoms in spring, lush greenery in summer, colorful leaves in autumn, and snow-covered landscape in winter. So when it comes to accessibility and facilities here in this place, it is located about 10 minutes by bus from JR Takayama Station wherein andun tayo kanina, or a 30-minute walk. So medyo kapoy kung maglalakad ka pa ng 30-minute walk. Oo, diba? So mas maigi na i-bus na lang. So sa mga moment na yan, nagmuni-muni ang lola ninyo, nag-chill-chill, or then, of course, kailangan din natin i-picture out ang ating mga nakikita dyan sa place na yan. Actually, maraming mga ribulto or something because siguro sa paniniwala ng mga other Japanese wherein some of them are Shintoism. So, meron kayong makikita sa place na to ng mga statwa or something. So, kanina, meron kayong nakita na 6 na statwa. So, those are Rakusijuo or Rakuzijuo, each responsible for the 6th path of transmigration in Buddhism. So that 6 is the hell, the hunger, the beasts, the carnage, humans, and heavens. So this status date from about 1,740 years ago. So people worship them to ward off suffering and disaster. So that's one of the thing na sa mga Shintoism, guys. Actually, napakarami ng information na nakalagay in relation doon sa kanilang mga statwa. Pero, hindi na natin yun na catch up thingy. O, diba? So, when it comes to, yung na-mention ko nga kanina, meron sila dito mga houses, Higashiyama farmhouses, which is same lang sa Shirakawa-go. So, what's the connection between the Hida village and the Shirakawa-go? So, the Hida folk village offers a taste of what Shirakawa-go, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is like. It's an excellent alternative for visitors who cannot travel to Shirakawa-go, but still want to experience the Gashuzukuri architecture. So this place is very, very recommendable for those people na hindi makapunta ng Shirakawa-go. Pero, since if ever kung akong tatanungin nyo, which is better, I prefer going to Shirakawa-go in the sense that malaki siya, tsaka marami kayong magkikita doon. And then the place is very stunning compared here sa Hida Folk Village. If ever lang naman na, pipili lang kayo ng. So, yes. Pero kung katulad namin na nagkaroon kami ng time sa both, which is magkalapit lang naman to, it so happen na it's more than an hour lang in travel from each other. So, better i-travel or i-visit nyo na yung dalawang tourist spot, diba? So, most of them were originally farmhouses, yung mga bahay dito. So, but range from very basic to more highly decorated and polished, and they are set up so that visitor can see how each room was used. So, as you can see kanina, meron kayo nakitang hearth, which is a small hearth set into the floor in the middle of each living space offered warmth. And the museum keeps some wood burning in each home so that we can more clearly imagine how the home must have smelled. Yes, it so happened lang, I'm not sure why, or medyo baka napaaga lang kami, it so happened na hindi namin napansin kung meron ba nakalagay ng mga woods or kung parang wala, hindi pa na-set up yung hearth at that time. So, yes. So, the ceilings are generally low except on upper floors, and most of the floors are made of polished wood. Kung makikita ninyo kanina, wood planks, so sometimes covered with tatami mats, and sometimes bare. So as is traditional to this day in Japan, so yun. The very basic manners sa Japanese is when you entered houses, kailangan off shoes tayo. So, syempre, we are a tourist, so we must oblige. There are a manner of or way of doing things. So, yun, kailangan if ever we visit kayo sa bawat houses, kailangan talaga tanggalin yung sapatos ninyo. So, there are houses that are built in 1800s or 1809. House comes from the south of Hida region where there were less snowfall, which is why it was an extra corridor. So makikita niyo yung mga bahay dito wherein meron silang mga extra corridor. So dito sa ating pinasukan na bahay, it is somewhat parang eto ata yung wedding spot or on how they conduct the wedding in Japanese. So, eto siya. So, we cannot elaborate all of them, but I guess we can search on that when it comes to how Japanese people conduct their marriages in a very, very unique way. So, meron din silang fina-follow na mga protocol, parang ganon. So, dyan sa kinakaupuan ko, there is an altar there wherein it was built sometimes in Meiji period, which is year 1868 and 1912. If I'm not mistaken, yung black na nasa likod ko is that altar. So, medyo, kumbaga, nabuo yan nung panahon ni Kopong-Kopong. O, diba? Ang tagal-tagal na, diba, guys? So, yes, sinubukan din ng lola ninyo na maupo or ma-experience yung pag-upo dyan sa malapit sa corridor chart. And then to see and observe yung pagbagsak ng mga snowflakes. Kasi at that time, may mga pa-effect na snowflakes na dumadapos sa syempre, sa ground o diba, pagkabongga. So anyway, guys, when it comes to exterior of the house, is familiar with its triangular roof, just like in Shirakawa. Kung makikita niyo mga triangular shape. So, for withstanding strong winds and snow, which is na-mentioned ko yan before. So, yes, the Wakayama family was so wealthy in the past, and the building was so large that dozens of people used to live there. So, in the past, nails were a valuable item. But instead of using them, thatched straps were used with 3 branches to tie them up. So yun na-mention ko nga yung mga bahay na ganyan, especially sa Shirakawa, most likely applicable sa Hida, na walang mga nails dyan kasi na nga po, it is very valuable item noong unang panahon. So the straps are flexible and do not loosen easily, making them more suitable for the houses than nails. So yes, so as soon as you enter, you come upon the irori, a fireplace often seen in the traditional Japanese architecture. And then, of course, here residents could light a fire, dry their clothes, and cook food. So interestingly, the seats around the fireplace are designated with the eldest family member sitting in the back, the second oldest male or female sits near the kitchen, and the youngest child sits by the entrance. So, the next to the living room are the stables where the cows and horses lived under the same roof as people. Livestock was essential to the life of the family. So, the occupants lived on the first floor and up the steep wooden stairs on the second floor. They raised a silkworm kasi that time, yung pinaka super bonggang trade dati is yung mga silkworm. Yes, in the winter climate, when it's not possible to work in the fields, silkworming, raising, and embroidery become the source of income. So, syempre, kailangan din natin kumita, kailangan din nilang magtrabaho. So, during winter, like this January and of course February, so pinaka-highly mabenta is yung silkworm and the embroidery. So, each cottage has a different function. So, yun. And then, of course, in the Hida, the farming techniques of the past and many unique objects will amaze you. So, pati rin sa CR nila or sa comfort room nila, talagang ma-amaze kayo. Kasi super duper linis talaga ang kanilang CR. So, hindi usually, yan din ang one of the things na kailangan din natin makita if ever it's clean or whatsoever. So, yun, hindi na namin pinalipas yun. So, syempre, dito sa tourist spot na to, meron tayong pwedeng kainin dito or meron silang tawag dyan, na canteen, parang ganon. So, dito sa part na to, walang tao actually. Walang katao-tao. So, you need to serve yourself. So, ang kailangan kasi may maraming machine sila dyan. So, pwede kang uminom ng kape, ng matcha, ng canned foods or soda, ice cream or whatsoever. Bumili ako ng isang matcha. So, serve yourself dito sa canteen nila, which is very unique, diba? So, wala naman kayong makikita dito na siopaw or whatsoever. More on drinks lang. Kasi syempre, siguro, that's the most essential, especially yung mga mainit nilang drinks. Actually, meron din silang coffee dyan, pero syempre, nasa travel tayo. So, medyo kailangan natin maging healthy yung ating tinitake. So, I prefer matcha talaga during those time na nag-travel ako sa Japan para iwas sakit ng tiyan, iwas tayo sa kahit na anong posibleng mangyari since we are on travel. So, keep it healthy. So, ngayon, tapos na kami sa Hida Folk Village, sumakay na naman kami sa nakaschedule na bus. So, umikot-ikot kami ng konti until mga more or less 30 minutes kasi nagsistop over yan from places to places. And then, pag dito sa sa Japan, kahit saan ka, talagang schedule is schedule. Kung ano yung oras ang posible nilang aalis or darating, yun talaga yung oras. So, not unless there's something happen. So, yun talaga sa Japan, very, very keen sa kanilang mga oras. So, our next agenda today is, syempre, at this time, malapit na ang lunch time. So, kagabi, before, after namin maka-check-in sa Takayama or sa Country Hotel Takayama, lumabas kami ni Ate Olsie ng gabing yun para medyo mamasyal ng konti lang at makonsume yung extended time natin, diba? So ngayon, meron kami nakita na isang halal food kasi we are worried ni Ate Olsie at that time na saan kami maglo-lunch, saan namin ita-try yung aming time para sa food. And then, of course, nakita namin to store na to, which is an Indian store. So, on this day, pagka next day, which is ngayong araw, so pinuntahan namin yan para i-try ang kanilang mga foodies. So, syempre, of course, Japan is almost, hindi mo masigurado na lahat is no pork, of course. So, kailangan mo talagang pumili ng mga restaurant, especially sa mga Muslim, na if ever halal or something. Usually, ang mga Indian, yes, yung mga Muslim Indian, of course, is usually may mahanap ka naman na walang pork sa kanila resto. So, pero kailangan niyo pa rin as a traveler, syempre, nagsisearch kayo ng mga ibang mga kailangan sa travel, kung saan kayo pupunta. So, kailangan niyo ding isama kung asan kayo kakain just in case within the vicinity na kung saan halal. Of course, meron ka naman makikita sa mga maps na kung saan there is a halal food within the vicinity. Hindi sila ganun karami pero meron yan. Actually, ang Japanese is being very friendly sa mga Muslim area. So, hopefully, if ever magta-travel kayo dito sa place na to, let's pray na marami na yung mga resto na nakikater ng no pork, of course. Pero, syempre, karamihan talaga dito sa Japan is they love all that meat, of course. Pero, of course, there's always an alternative. So, kailangan natin maghanap ng kung asan tayo pwede mag-click, especially if you are Muslim. Yes. So, yun, after kami nabusog, nagkaroon ng gasolina, lakad na naman kami ni Ate Olsie para pumunta sa aming next stop. So guess what? Our next stop is Takayama Genya. This is located in 1-chume 5 Hachiken Machi, Takayama, Gifu. So this Takayama Jinya is a surviving Edo-period jinya which served as the daikanshu for the Hida province under the Tokugawa shogunate of Japan from 1871 to 1962. This is located in what is now Hachikenmachi of the city of Takayama in Gifu Prefecture, and that it has been protected as a national historic star since 1929. So why not? It is also a good thing to know the history of Japan through their masasabi nating relics or something or yung mga gamit nila. So it is also good learning para sa amin ni Ate Olsie and see the past government dito sa tinatawag nilang Takayama Genya. Yes. So this building or this site, it was the administrative headquarters of the Tokugawa shogunate in the Hida region. So during the Edo period of 1603 to 1868, o diba? Para yung mga mahilig dito sa mga anime, yung mga hidden, mga Tokugawa shogunate. So most probably you are very kind of familiar with those wordings. So the building served as the residence and office of the local governor, who was responsible for overseeing taxation, forestry, and other official duties. So even though ito yung kanilang office, alam mo yung talagang makikita natin yung pagka-zen type ng mga Japanese kasi at least may sa likod nito is meron ka makikita magandang site para kahit paano pamuni-muni just in case you're part of the government employee doon sa panahon na yon. So what is the key features of Takayama Genya? First is the historical significance. It is the only remaining Edo-period government house in Japan, making it a rare and valuable cultural property. So, number 2, traditional architecture. The building showcases classic Edo-period architectural elements including tatami mat rooms, wooden corridors, and beautiful gardens, as you can see. And then number 3 is the main office and residential quarters. Visitor can explore the main hall where officials conducted business, as well as the living quarters of the governor. Number 4, interrogation room and storehouses. So a notable feature is the interrogation room where legal matters were handled. There are also rice storehouses which were used to store taxes collected in rice. So number 5 key features is the scenic location, which is you see earlier. So it is situated in Takayama's old town. The Genya is surrounded by well-preserved Edo-period streets, adding to its charm. So visiting Takayama Genya is open to public as a museum, offering insights into Japan's feudal administrations. So guided tours and exhibits provide an historical context, and then located near Takayama's famous morning markets and the other historical sites. So what do you think? Do you want to visit the Takayama Genya? If ever you are the persons who like history and learning about the past, then you are correct. You can visit or try visiting Takayama Genya. So now, we are out of Takayama Genya. So medyo maglalakad na naman tayo another site which is yung na-mention natin kasi malapit ito sa morning markets and other historical sites. So, yun na naman ang ating pupuntahan ngayon, guys. So, guess what again? So, here we are in Sanmachi Suji, which is located in Kamisan Numachi, Takayama, Gifu. So, yes, guys, what is in Sanmachi Suji? So, this is a group of 3 main streets at the heart of Takayama City, lined with iconic architecture that create a nostalgic atmosphere. The district is recognized as a historical significant traditional building preservation area, which means all the old private houses and shop buildings are kept impeccable condition. Yes, guys. So, in fairness, Sanmachi Suji, very refreshing ang dating niya para sa akin. Kasi if ever you want a old kind of vibes, pwede din dito sa tinatawag nilang Sanmachi Suji. If ever, i-compare ko siya somewhere na napuntahan namin, it is, I can compare sa Gion, if I'm not mistaken, which is pinuntahan namin the last time in sa Kyoto. We're in same vibes lang sila guys, diba? So ngayon guys, as you can notice, nandito kami sa Takayama Station. So as early as mga 2 hours before, pumunta na kami dito sa station. Actually, medyo matagal kami nagstay waiting for our train. Of course, better na mauna ka na doon before kaysa naman sa maiwan ka na nakaschedule mong train, diba? So yan, I was so very excited. Kunwari nag-vlog ako dyan. Pero better na lang na wag din ang pakinggan ng aking sinasabi dyan kasi giniginawa ko sa mga oras na yan ay super lamig. O, diba? So nakikita, as you can see, medyo naka-gloves na ang lola ninyo kasi malamig na talaga. Actually, ang ingay-ingay namin dyan ni Ate Olsie, especially sa akin. Meanwhile, yung mga kasama namin sa likod, which were Chinese national, tahimik lang yan sila. Pero syempre, para medyo hindi tayo lamigin ng todo, kailangan natin ng mga locomotion movement ng pakonte-konte and then laughing thingy with Ate Olsie. Kasi medyo nagbibiro dyan si Ate Olsie ng something. So ako nga din, chika-chika na din. So yun. So iba talaga pag may kasama ka, naka-vibes mo kasi anytime, jive kayo sa mga chikahan, anything, anywhere, at anytime. O diba? Ganun talaga, parang promotional. So yan, dumating na ang aming bonggang train. So ngayon guys, we are going to arrive is mga medyo mahaba-haba yung oras ng aming lalakbayin. If I'm not mistaken, around 7 or 8 ata yung larga namin going to Nagoya. So, as per research ni Ate Olsie, it is a better babaan namin is ang Nagoya in the sense na yung aming JR ticket is a part doon is ang Nagoya. And then of course, andito na kami sa Nagoya station. We're in, dito lang kami talaga nagstay sa station na to for the whole moment. Kasi ang aming next nagagawin is hanapin kung asan yung bus namin. So ngayon guys, mga malapit na to ata sa midnight. So we need to find our wheeler bus kung saan yun ang aming sasakyan. So, hindi muna kami nag-rest ni Ate Olsie. Of course, walang makainan din dyan kasi almost close na yung mga tindahan. So, dapat meron kang dalang onigiri sa mga ganitong cases or any food na pwede mong makain while waiting for the kailangan mong sakyan. Oo, kasi wheeler bus is mga around 12 or 1 o'clock a.m. pa kasi yung sasakyan namin, which is wala pa siya. So, heto, tingin-tingin muna kami dito sa Nagoya Station. Sayang nga lang kasi hindi kami mag-drop by or tingin-tingin or maglakad-lakad dyan sa labas ng Nagoya. So, maybe in our next trip, if ever papalarin tayo, pwedeng tayo mamasyal. So, eto, while waiting, medyo na-amaze ako kasi it's a Gundam Seed anime. So, it's kinda, I like this anime kasi. So, medyo na-stop over ako watching their commercial thingy, diba? So, I'm not sure if ever this anime is created here. So, anyway, guys, andito na kami, lumabas na kami. Ayan yung personal ng wheeler bus wherein nag-guide siya ng mga clients nila nag-avail ng night bus. So guys, very convenient din kung magda-night bus kayo kasi it so happen lang na mura yung night bus o yung bus kesa mga train or yung mga bullet train going to Tokyo. So, nakamura na kami dito sa night bus. Wherein, tipid na din kami sa hotel in the sense na it's a night bus. So, pwede kayong matulog dyan. And take note, this night bus guys, is for all ladies only. So, walang lalaki dyan sa sinakyan namin ng wheeler bus.